I know that she understands the importance of who I am, the role I play in this world.
There are some people who are co-parenting off the back of not even being in a relationship together. So that dynamic is completely different. You know, the respect isn't, the respect may not even be there. Even if they are going to be adults about it, you know, you haven't even got an understanding of who this woman is or who this man is. And now something quite massive is, you know, and life-changing is about to occur. But yet you don't even know what their favorite things are. You know, it's just like the fact that the baby's on the way, and now you have to try and learn who this person is. And I think even when, I think outside influence, when we touched on parents a little bit and family members, let's call it family. But I think even your outside influence as well. So the friends that you know, which may be co-parenting, their situation does not have to mimic your own, and you have to take everything with a pinch of salt. You know, it may be that their, you know, the father of the child doesn't communicate very well. You shouldn't now let that be your narrative for how men should be or how baby fathers should be. You know, you should, you can't make it a narrative. And I think that happens a bit too often. I think some people, you know, get scarred through certain experiences and now make it a blanket approach for actually, this is why you should do this because this is what this guy did, or this is what this woman done. You know, I think there's an onus, and I say it to parents as well. I say it to everyone. Like, be careful about how you talk about your experiences. Offer advice, offer your 2 pence, cool. But give as much context as you can and let them know that it's, you know, it's like the disclaimer, isn't it? You know, these thoughts and opinions are my own and not the business and so on. But it's important because I think you can scar people and you can also lead people down the wrong path all because of your experience. You know, your experience is not everyone else's.
But I think this is us especially when you're younger. I remember when I was younger, you talk to the same friend that you've known for years about literally everything. And looking back on it, you probably think that person wasn't qualified to hear all my problems, and I wasn't qualified to hear all their problems. But you see, when you're close friends, yeah, especially when you're young, it's like you tell each other what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Each other what you want to hear, and it's like, yeah, my missus pissed me off this week. Yeah, me too, man. Like, yeah, like, and it's like almost like you get like a lot of negative messages fed towards you at a younger age if you don't have the right people around you. And it goes back to what Skanks is saying is seek out those people who may be at a stage where you want to be, who have some wisdom to share with you, who can tell you, you know what, I understand where you're coming from, you know, but have you tried this? What part have you played in the situation? I think that's so important, man.
Do you feel, it's a curveball question now, right? Is there a trait in your son's mother that you feel is lacking in a lot of other women at the moment? And the reason I'm asking that is because I feel like I said, co-parenting is not something which is new. And, you know, when you speak to enough people, you realize that all the situations are very different. Is there something that she does or had done that you feel actually doesn't happen a lot more now, and actually had more women, you know, develop some of these behaviors or develop some of these traits, there would be better co-parenting going on?
In regards to co-parenting, one thing that I can say is that she never, like, once the young bitter stuff was happening when he was a baby, she didn't really stop me from seeing him too tough. Do you know what I mean? That was one thing. But one thing I can say is that regardless of how much me and her cuss or we may fall out or whatever else it is, I know that she understands the importance of who I am, the role I play in his world, and how else I need to be a father to him. Because as much as she may feel like at times when we're beefing, oh, fuck it, she'll just do it all herself and whatever else it is because we're not together. Women do these things sometimes. Men do these things at times too. But I think regardless of what goes on, understanding the importance of the role that the person who isn't your partner anymore plays, but the father of your child is, or the mother of your child is something that I wish that a lot more of these people who are beefing with their ex-partners who have children together are are lacking to again, it comes with the experience, bruv. I can say this now at 30 plus years old or whatever else it is. At 20, 21, 22, I just think some old man's chatting shit in my ears, to be honest with you. About yes,
that's
back
what it
in
was,
my
though.
time when I had my
Yeah, but
picnic
listen.
and I was fighting with my baby mother and bruv, that's what it's,
But that's what it
I
is.
mean.
It sounds like
But
all
that's-
white noise. It's just like, what are you talking about,
absolutely.
bro? And we think these people can't relate to us.
Yeah.
This is it, fam. And for me, I'm trying my best not to sound like that to my youth. Because I'm old now. Like, when you look at it, I'm the old man chatting shit now. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But again, I'm just having that understanding between me and her, and the message being the same, whether he's at home or when he's with me, being the same.
That's important.
We can't really go wrong, if you know what I mean. So I think,
point.
again, regardless of two people not being able to have a relationship together, finding the same message for what you want for your child and implementing that every single day on both ends is what's going to be the key to co-parenting. Do you know what I mean? Forget
That's
about
so
you.
valuable. Yeah, I think that's such a valuable point.
Find the message, man. That one message that you're trying to find for the child, and push it on both ends.
Because
If you've got two
when you
different
look at it,
messages or whatever else it is, they're going to be contradictive energy. Like, it's just going to happen.
when you look at it, I know what the meaning.
Mommy's saying this, daddy's saying that.
Yeah, when you look at it, I know what the meaning of co-parenting in it is. But even if you're living in the same household, you're still co-parenting. You're still, because you still have different ideas. You could be in the same house, and one person's doing this, one person's going over that way, and one person's going completely the opposite way. And undermining what this parent said and what that parent said. So you're still kind of co-parenting to a certain degree when you're in the same household. But I think the point that you made, being on the same page, is probably one of the most important things. Whether you're in a relationship or not, just kind of like me and my missus, we've got 4 children, and it's a hard job to try and raise all of them and give them the attention they need day to day. And we're both different people, completely at opposite ends of the spectrum. Like, trust me. So, but one thing we do agree on is we do have like a similar North Star. So we have like our bigger vision, our bigger pick might be different, but the North Star is in the same direction. You know what I'm saying? So we always meet at some point, even if we may go about things a different way. And I think that's so valuable, man. I think that's so valuable.
100%, man. 100%. And I think the sooner that people understand that the message needs to be the same in order for you to have a successful relationship or an amicable relationship, then it is what it is, isn't it? It's not really a stress anymore.
And these children, bro, they run game, man. When they get to a certain age, and they can run game between both of you and say, oh, this parent said that, but I heard this about you, and dad told me this, and and I've seen it firsthand. That can create a lot of friction between two people.
100%. 100%. And it gets messy, man. Like I said.